What up, YouTube? Ed coming back with a mail day recap video and also my MLB predictions for Fox Crew cards, doing the yearly tradition that they do up on their channel. I think this is maybe the fourth or fifth year that they have done this. Basically, they ask 25 questions pertaining to the current MLB season. You answer them, and then you see how you stack up against everyone else who gets into the predictions. So it's a lot of fun. 2 years ago I did pretty bad. Last year I did respectable. So hoping this year I do respectable as well. Then I also do have a mail day here. I do have some pickups. A couple of them were drama filled with eBay standard shipping. Want to talk a little bit about that. So we'll start with the pickups first. And these are the two items that caused quite a bit of drama. So I bought this particular item back in the first week of February, and it came eBay standard shipping, and I don't know if other people are having this issue, which is why I'm bringing it up, but the tracking on eBay standard shipping is really awful. And my item said it was delivered probably a week after I bought it, but I never received it, and I wind up receiving it almost a month and a week later. So it was kind of crazy. I didn't reach out to the seller because honestly, the seller didn't make any mistakes. They sent the item and somehow the item just got maybe either lost in transit. And I feel like that's a common theme with the eBay standard shipping. The tracking's not reliable and things tend to get lost. And I understand on the seller's perspective, it's very frustrating because there's definitely people out there, there's individuals out there that take advantage of it and try to get free cards because the tracking is so unreliable. But I think it's frustrating from both ends because if you want to purchase an item for eBay standard shipping, and there's so many cards out there to fill sets or oddball items or just lower end inserts that you want to add into your collection, and you don't know when the card is going to be showing up because, like I said, the tracking is just so unreliable. But this was the item that I bought. Bedrock Bedrosian with Smokey the Bear. So added this into the collection. You guys can see the back. Just kind of an oddball Phillies pickup from the late 80s. And then the other item I should say card that had the same kind of thing happen but not as bad. This one was said delivered on March 1st and it didn't arrive until maybe like 3 days ago. This is the Cracked Ice of Kate Martin from WNBA Prism. So maybe it's my local post office. Maybe there's something wrong there. But regardless, that eBay standard shipping is kind of messy. You don't know when the item's coming sometime, and if it says delivered and you don't get it, you might have to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. In my case, I had to wait over a month, but I did get the items, so I was happy about that. And the other thing I will say is the items aren't expensive. Most of the time, if you're using eBay standard shipping, they're very inexpensive cards or items, so you don't have to, even if there is an issue, it's just like, well, that's only $5-6, but it's nothing to blow a gasket over. But still, I'm just curious to see if anyone else has experienced a lot of issues with that, so leave a comment down below. This came from a fellow YouTuber, so shout out to Dustin Abraham. He reached out to me, told me he had a card he wanted to send my way. So Dustin, thank you. Just going to open this up now. Oh, and this is awesome. I did not have this. Really cool. Dustin, this is awesome, man. Greatly appreciate this. We got a Cooper DeJean from Topps Chrome rookie card. Awesome looking card, and it is numbered there at the top. It is numbered out of 399. Beautiful looking card. And there's the back. Got a little custom there for the YouTube collection. Little custom sticker. So Dustin, I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you for thinking of me, hooking up the Eagles collection. Really, really appreciate that, my friend. And Dustin's actually also doing something on his channel for his YouTube PC. So I'll leave the link down below for that video as well, so you guys can check that out. But YouTube PCs are also really, really cool. Always love doing that. And the custom cards and the business cards and everything YouTube related. So definitely get amongst that. All right, and lastly, the other two additions for the collection. I've been watching a lot of blaster box breaks for WNBA, and it seems like the Caitlin Clark base rookie is, I don't know, I feel like it's short print. I watch so many videos where people are just opening blaster after blaster after blaster, and you rarely see that card pop up. Also, a thing I've noticed is, especially in blasters, pulling a number card is like, it's not impossible, but I must have watched about like 90 blaster box breaks and did not see one number card. So if you have a particular player out there that you want to add to your collection that has a numbered insert, I would definitely recommend going the singles route. And that's kind of what I did with this card. This is the red prism of Kate Martin, and was able to get this for under $10. So this one's numbered out of $2.99. I mean, in blasters, the SRP on blasters is $35. And like I said, I've watched so many videos on people opening up blaster after blaster, and number cards are tough to come by. So if you have a particular player who's not named Caitlin Clark, because obviously her numbered stuff is like insanely expensive, but if you want to add another rookie or a veteran player, it can be done very affordably. And the final card here, this is from 2024 Panini Instant WNBA. Finally got this card. This is in a PSA Gem Mint 10. I think it was DC Sports listed a whole bunch of these in PSA 10s. So just tried to find the one that would go for the lowest. And was lucky to get this one for the price I was willing to pay. So another Panini Instant into the collection. So those are the, as far as the pickups go. Now let's get into the predictions. So I'll try to go through this pretty quickly. There's 25 of them. So we're doing all the division winners. So for the AL East, I have the New York Yankees. For the AL Central, I have the Detroit Tigers. For the AL West, I have the Texas Rangers. For the NL East, I have the Atlanta Braves. For the NL Central, I got the Chicago Cubs. And for the NL West, spoiler alert, I got the Dodgers. Who will have more wins? Question 7. The New York Yankees or the New York Mets? I am picking the New York Yankees. Who will have more wins? The Chicago White Sox or the Chicago Cubs? I am picking the Chicago Cubs. That's a slam dunk easy one. Question 9. How many wins will the Florida Marlins have? I am saying they will have 66 wins. How many wins for the Pittsburgh Pirates? I think the Pittsburgh Pirates will finish above 500 this year, so I have them at 82 wins. Question 11. Where will Sandy Alcantara be at the trade deadline? I think I should have said Alcantara. I said his name wrong. I believe he will be on the Chicago Cubs by the end of the season. Question 12. Where will Yandy Diaz be at the trade deadline? I think he's going to stay right with the Tampa Bay Rays, so he's not going anywhere. Total innings pitched for Clayton Kershaw, I have him at 60 innings. I think he did like 32 last year, so have his workload being almost double this year. So 60 innings. Who will have more wins this season? Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer, or Justin Verlander? I'm going to go with the one who seems the most healthy. I'm going to go with Justin Verlander. Question 15, another slam dunk. Will the Angels make the playoffs? That's an emphatic hell no. So everyone should at least get a point saying no there. Question 16, will Bobby Witt Jr. have a 30-30 season? I think he will, so I am going to say yes. Do you think Bobby Baseball will have a great season? He had a great season last year. Question 17, the NL strikeout leader. I am going with Mr. Paul Skeens. Question 18, total home runs for Aaron Judge. I have Aaron Judge bopping 65 home runs this year. Going big on Mr. Judge. I think he's going to have another really solid season. Question 19, the winningest pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. This was obviously a tough one. I'll be curious to see if anyone gets this one right. I'll go with Martin Perez. He seems... It's going to be tough because I could see him getting traded at the trade deadline if he does pretty well. So we'll see. I'll be very curious to see if anyone gets that right. Question 20, how many games will Byron Buxton play? I have him playing 68 games. Question 21, how many games will Mike Trout play this year? I have him at an even 70 games. Will Brent Rooker hit 35 or more home runs this year? I'm going to say no. Question 23, how many errors will Jose Altuve have in left field? I just picked 5 because number 5 will always love you. Question 24, who is the All-Star MVP this season? I'm going to go with Shohei Ohtani. Hopefully the National League finally can win the All-Star game this year. And question 25, who do I have in the World Series, the 2 teams in the World Series? I'm going to go with the Dodgers because I think they're pretty much penciled in at this point for the National League. And then in the American League, I'm going to go with the Houston Astros. So Dodgers versus Astros, the rematch. I'm sure the networks would love that. And for the tiebreaker, total number of hits in the World Series, I'm going with 55 hits. So those are all my predictions. I'll come back in October and see if they were either good or downright horseshit. We'll see. That's the beauty of baseball. But no more exciting time than as a baseball collector than it is right now with baseball season starting up. If you're not excited for baseball to resume, maybe reevaluate why you're doing this whole thing. Have a great one, guys. Have fun in this hobby. Peace.